Hi everyone! Today we are going to learn about perfect authentic cadences in 4 minutes or less. Now, if you're new to music theory, you might ask, what is a cadence? Let's listen to an example by Bach. Even if you've never heard this piece of music before, chances are you could tell that this was the end of a phrase. That's what a cadence is. A sequence of notes and chords that signal the close of a musical phrase. As listeners, we're conditioned to identify certain sounds and chords as cadential, which is why even someone with no theory background would likely be able to identify when a cadence is happening. But what makes this particular type of cadence used here by Bach so quintessentially cadential? The answer is that it is a perfect, authentic cadence. Let's break that down. There are several ways for a cadence to be written, but in order for a cadence to be considered a perfect, authentic cadence, 3 things need to happen. 1. Churchill holding up a V for victory! Nah, just kidding. Though the V is important because it's a symbol for the 5 or the dominant chord in music. 5 chords have the natural tendency to resolve towards the main chord of the key, which is called a tonic. All perfect authentic cadences end with a 5 chord going back to the tonic, which is notated in Roman numerals as an uppercase or lowercase 1, depending on whether the piece is in major or minor. In the case of our Bach example, it would be an uppercase 1, since the key is in D major. 2. Both the 5 and the 1 chords need to be in root position. For chords to be in root position, the bass note of the chords must also be the root of the chords. As we can see in this visual of the chords in the key of D major, the root of the 5 is A, and the root of the 1 is D. That means that our bass line in our cadence has to end with an A followed by a D. Let's listen again. All good, right? Alas, these 2 factors alone are enough to classify a cadence as authentic, but not perfect. In order to know we have truly reached cadential perfection, we need one more element. 3. The highest note of the 1 chord at the end must be the tonic note. We already talked about how the tonic is the main defining note of a key, so it makes sense to want it on top where people are most likely to hear it in the melody line. Let's make sure Bach does that. Yup, he sure does. So to recap, this cadence has a 5 chord going to a 1, both in root position, and last but not least, the final note in the top line is the tonic. Bach made this cadence not merely authentic, but perfectly authentic. So there you have it, how to make a perfect authentic cadence in 4 minutes or less. Thank you so much for watching, and feel free to message me with any questions. Bye!